If you're not this kind of man, she'll never respect you. If you're not this kind of man, no matter how deeply you love her, she'll never truly respect you. You could give her everything, your loyalty, time, energy, and devotion. You could sacrifice your goals just to make her happy. Yet she'll still look right through you, not because you lack worth, but because you're not the kind of man she instinctively admires. There's a specific type of man women secretly dream of, the one they can't control, can't predict, and can't forget. He's not the overgiver, not the pleaser, not the one who sends long good morning texts hoping for attention. He's the man who completely owns himself, his energy, his time, his emotions. This man doesn't chase approval. He doesn't wait for her to validate him. He knows what he offers, and he never begs to be seen. His worth is self-proven. If you're tired of being the one who gives everything and gets nothing back, if you're tired of confusion, inconsistency, and mixed signals, that ends today. Comment: I reclaim my power. 1. The high-value man. A high-value man isn't made in the spotlight. He's forged in silence, in the unseen battles, in the quiet choices when no one's watching. He becomes stronger every time he chooses structure over chaos, purpose over pleasure, and discipline over distraction. Most men today are lost in noise. They're overstimulated, addicted to instant gratification and approval. They scroll endlessly, chase temporary validation, and lower their standards just to feel wanted. But that doesn't make them desirable. It makes them replaceable. A high-value man doesn't beg to be chosen. He becomes the kind of man who doesn't need to be. Women don't crave men they can control. They crave men they can't predict. You know the pain of giving your all and still being overlooked, the unanswered texts, the one-word replies, the emotional labor that goes unrewarded. That's where the line is drawn. A high-value man doesn't chase what pulls away. He doesn't explain his boundaries or negotiate his self-respect. He stands firm, not out of arrogance, but because he refuses to abandon himself to please someone else. He has a vision, a routine, and a mission. He doesn't wait for life to give him direction. He writes his own script. When he meets a woman, she adds to his life, not defines it. Many men make the mistake of making her the goal, their source of happiness, their purpose. But dependency kills attraction. A true man of value understands. She respects the one who chooses purpose over comfort, who holds steady under emotion, and who never loses himself for love. He's not cold, he's composed. His presence is steady because his energy is earned, not given away. He doesn't convince her to stay. He lets her feel his absence if she takes his presence for granted. To become this man, stop asking, does she like me? And start asking, did I conquer myself today? Every moment of discipline builds unshakable value. When you trust yourself, you no longer need others to. Every time you honor your word, choose patience, and walk away from disrespect, you grow more magnetic. The moment you stop chasing her and start chasing your calling, everything changes. 2. The man who walks away. The man who walks away isn't cold. He's clear. He's not heartless. He's honest. He leaves, not because he doesn't care, but because he cares too much about his peace and dignity to stay where he's disrespected. Most men fear walking away. They fear losing her more than they fear losing themselves. They keep hoping she'll change, forgiving disrespect, and sacrificing pride for crumbs of affection. But she won't change, because she doesn't have to. Every time you bend, she learns she can push further. Every time you stay despite disrespect, you teach her that your boundaries are negotiable. The man who walks away understands that women don't fall for men who beg. They fall for men who stand firm. He doesn't argue with disrespect. He doesn't flinch when she pulls away. He values himself more than her approval. His peace matters more than her attention. He'd rather be alone than live in chaos. He knows love without respect is manipulation, and intimacy without boundaries is slavery. When affection becomes a weapon, he walks, not in anger but with clarity. His standards are non-negotiable. His power is in his silence. His closure is his decision. When he leaves, she's forced to face the mirror. No more validation, no more control. And that's when the shift happens. She realizes he's not like the rest. He doesn't return when she acts right, because he knows real change doesn't come from loss, but awareness. If she needed to lose him to value him, she never deserved him. The man who walks away doesn't chase. He attracts. He doesn't beg. He builds. He doesn't wait to be chosen. He chooses himself. If you're in a situation that drains your peace, remember this. Staying won't fix it. Loving harder won't heal it. The only path back to self-respect is walking away. It'll hurt, but pain fades, and peace replaces it. Because when you walk away, you don't lose her. You find yourself. 3. The man with a mission. The man with a mission lives differently. His heartbeat follows purpose, not approval. His fire isn't dimmed by rejection or loneliness, because he knows comfort kills greatness. His worth is built through challenge, through struggle, through consistency, through doing what's necessary instead of what's easy. Most men have no mission. They drift. They chase pleasure, attention, and women, not legacy. A man without direction is easily led astray, and that's why she doesn't respect him. She can sense his uncertainty. The man with a mission doesn't chase women. He attracts them by living with focus. His time is structured, his goals are clear, and his discipline commands attention. She doesn't want to be your world. She wants to orbit a man whose world already spins with purpose. When you're on your path, everything changes, your energy, your speech, your posture. You stop chasing her attention and start earning your own respect. He doesn't ask, does she like me? He asks, is she aligned with where I'm going? Every hour of progress builds confidence. Every disciplined choice increases value. Women can feel the man who is driven. His energy is different. He doesn't need to play games because he's too busy creating results. If she pulls away, he builds. If she tests him, he stays calm. His magnetism comes from focus, not from need. The more he invests in his mission, the less he depends on her reaction. If you feel lost, define your direction. Build a craft. Develop a skill. Commit to something greater than yourself. When you chase purpose, peace follows. The man with a mission doesn't need validation. His success speaks for him. His results silence doubt. His purpose outshines any manipulation. He's not here to be liked. He's here to build. For the unmoved man, the unmoved man doesn't react. He responds. He doesn't chase arguments. He embodies control. He's not emotionless. He's emotionally disciplined. He knows that giving away emotional control is giving away power. While most men over-explain, overreact, and over-apologize, he remains centered. She may test him, accuse him, or withdraw, but he doesn't flinch. He's calm under pressure because his peace is internal, not situational. He doesn't respond to every storm. He doesn't argue for validation. He knows that every emotional outburst weakens respect. The unmoved man studies before he speaks. He acts with purpose, not impulse. And that composure commands respect. When she tries to provoke him, he remains grounded. When she pulls away, he stays still. When she cries, he listens. His calm becomes her safety. He doesn't lose control to prove he cares. He proves care through consistency. The unmoved man's strength isn't in being cold. It's in being composed. His silence isn't weakness. It's mastery. If you want to be him, practice restraint. Breathe before reacting. Speak with intention. Let your calm do the talking. When you stop being emotionally available to chaos, you start being respected for your discipline. Women are drawn to stability, the kind that can't be shaken. The unmoved man doesn't run from women. He just refuses to lose himself trying to keep them. 5. The rare man. The rare man stands apart because he refuses to be molded by the world. He doesn't shrink to fit in, doesn't conform to please, and never apologizes for standing out. Value is tied to rarity, and rarity is a choice, a decision to rise above noise and distraction. He's not rare by accident. He's rare because he's intentional. He doesn't overshare, overspeak, or seek validation. He invests his energy wisely and protects his focus. While others chase attention, he builds. While they perform, he perfects. While they react, he refines. The rare man's time is precious. His silence creates curiosity. His boundaries create respect. He doesn't flood her with praise. He lets his presence do the talking. He's not hard to get. He's hard to deserve. He doesn't compete for attention because his purpose already fills his life. He doesn't chase, he attracts. His self-worth is rooted, not rented. If you want to become rare, withdraw from places where you aren't valued. Don't announce it. Just go. Limit distractions. Guard your time. Surround yourself only with those who add to your mission. You're not arrogant. You're aware. You're not distant. You're disciplined. And that makes you magnetic. The woman who once took you for granted now studies your absence. She wonders how she lost access. And that's the power of being rare. Because when you stop chasing attention and start commanding respect, you stop standing in the crowd and start standing above it. Conclusion: if you're tired of being overlooked, disrespected, or treated like an option, stop waiting for change. Become the change. It's time to become the man the world respects. The man who lives by a code, not emotion. If you're ready to take your power back, comment, "I take back my power." Like this video and subscribe so more men can break free from years of silent frustration and finally live with purpose, peace, and respect.